nobody, not a son. I just want the cheese like where the Packers be. Never move out west to Hollywood, that's where the actors be. Never trust again if you had ever turned your back on me. Heard you got that bag, well I must have a hefty guy on me. Yeah, count up the loot, yeah, count it up. Call up the troops, we coming through, we coming through, we coming through. Yeah, call up, count up the loot, yeah, count it up. Call up the troops, call up, we coming through, yeah, coming through. My chips with the dip. I jump like a running back, my hit sick. This is not for fake, this is not pretend. I was always like this, just a white boy from the ends. Yeah, what I drive is not a rental. No, I had a long day, so she gave me dental. 2 phone numbers, no phones on me. I can't trust nobody but my own body. Wish I was a nobody, not a known body. Take my whole body, then I make a carbon copy. I just get the bag, then I whoop. I just want the check like a swoosh. Yeah, pop right up the jet to the coop. Don't gotta be all up in the loops when you're the loop. Yeah, count up the loop. Yeah, call up the troops. We coming through. We coming through. Count up the loop. Yeah, call up the troops. We coming through. Yeah, we coming through.
Yo, guys. Okay. Are we in here? Is everybody here? Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? Yo. Give me a 1 if you can hear me, guys. Yep. Okay. All right, and cool. So, don't worry. Mike spilt some coffee on his computer and it completely shut down. Nah, that's a lie. All right, so what happened was the title that Mike used, because where he introduced the state of crypto, YouTube's algorithm may have picked up the word state, and so it may imply that it was something political. So it completely wiped everything off. All right. I was losing my shit, man. I thought Steve was stepping in, man. I thought it was Steve. And I was looking forward to speaking to State of Crypto as well, man. I was looking forward to speaking to that guy. Okay, so Mike's thing has been taken off. And you know, that's so messed up, man, because Friday's the one day we try and do this thing and it doesn't work. But that was messed up, man. I was looking forward to that. I was actually looking forward to it. Okay. So, I tell you what we will do. All right. We're going to... I think we're going to have a little... Who fancies some games, man? Who fancies a little bit of Call of Duty? Who wants to get... Who's like start losing my mind on there? Yeah. I recorded this 3 weeks ago. I'll talk about the scout method tomorrow with the members. All right. I'm going to go through a few things with that. I've got the Q&A tomorrow as well for the Patreon. So there's a lot of stuff there, but he's had his account deleted before. He's had his account deleted twice. All right. So if you guys listen, just for as a precautionary, okay, I've got the other account. All right. I've got the projections channel. Go and subscribe to that if you haven't already, just in case if something like this happens to the Traders Reality account, there is somewhere for us to go. Okay, I've pinned it to the chat right now. Pin message, there it is. Just go and get yourselves over there, guys. Yeah, Mike Dutch's channel is gone for the time being. Okay. Yeah, I was looking forward to it, man. Stanley Forbes, my guy. Good old Stanley. Yo, guys, I want you all to just say well done to Stanley. He's come a long way. The guy has ripped it in this game. He's had a very successful day today. So just give a round of applause to Stanley Forbes, guys. He's done well. Kid has done very well. So well done, Stan. Stan the man. Soul Extender, I'll hold you to that, man. It's something to do with the video that the title of what Mike used. Okay, it's been flagged up. It has been flagged up today. So, which is a bit shocking, but what can I say? There you go, Stanley, man. There you go. Everybody supports everyone. Oh, yes. By the way, guys. Twisted Turnings. Okay? My guy has made the Trader's Reality pen. Now, this ain't no normal pen, guys. Twisted Turning, sorry. Yeah. This ain't no normal pen, guys. This is $200 shredded, molded into a pen with shreds of gold. This guy is so skillful. Go and reach out to my guy on Instagram. He creates the best gift for anyone, man. I'm going to pull it up right now. And you know what, guys? Help small businesses, man. You've got to help small businesses. You know, it's not about just always following all the big accounts. You know, they're sorted. They're all good. Okay? So what I want you guys to do is I want you to go and follow my guy on Instagram and go and check out his work, man. This guy is fire. Okay, I'm going to pin the chat. Sorry, here's his Instagram. Okay, Twisted Turnings. Skillful craftsman. Okay? Being a craftsman is a dying trade right now, guys. Alright? Soon we're going to be needing this guy. His skill set is rough. Alright? And he's made a sick pen. Unbelievable craftsmanship. Okay? The guy is a master in his field. And he does it. He walks you through it as well, guys. You order a pen from my guy. Okay? He walks you through the development of it. You know, it's not no machine where it's done with a factory line. This is handmade. All right, handmade from my guy. So mad love to you, bro. Thank you so much. Because one of the pens we're giving away in the stream. I'm going to be doing a giveaway for one of the pens. All right, and what he's done is he's created waves in this pen to symbolize the highs and the lows in the chart. All right, so please, one more time. I want you to, Stanley. Thank you, bro. I want you guys to go follow my guy on Instagram. Go show support. Okay? Because he does it with love. Rich BR, you deleted all your social media after watching your stream. Do you know what, man? I'll tell you what. Yes, Jesus was a craftsman. This is what we'll have. We'll have a little conversation right now, okay? We'll just keep Bitcoin up, okay? But we'll have a little conversation about something, okay? So, when you come into this game, the problem with it is you are sold the idea of how soon you can amass wealth, all right? And that's the worst thing about it. It doesn't help that the entry level to be a trader is minimal. Look at all the brokers and the exchanges out there. Deposit £10. Start trading today with £1. Who's going to trade with £1, man? What are you going to do with £1? When to open a trade, it costs you 80p. I mean, come on. All right? You know, get your feet wet. I get that. You know, open an account, deposit £100. But the problem that you've got is when you're sold the idea of mass wealth in a short period of time, you come away from the idea of studying. Okay? We live in a society today where we always want the quick fix. Right? We want it done yesterday. right? People don't have patience. Back in the day, you had no choice but to have patience. Okay? This game is a craft. No different to twisted turnings. You think my guy just learned that overnight? I mean, if you learned it overnight, bro, you are a genius. But let's be honest. Time and effort, blood, sweat has gone into that sort of thing. And it's the same thing with trading. If you missed any of the big moves, so what? You think the market stops because you missed these moves, or you didn't take that trade, or you missed out on an entry, or you closed your position too soon. Let's be honest, guys. You never knew you were going to make that amount of money. So the first thing I'm going to talk about now is understanding when to close a profitable trade. First things first. The idea of you coming into the stream is to put yourself into a profitable position. Okay? And that's 90% of the battle. Now you're in a profitable position. You're going to sit scratching your head thinking, when do you pay yourself? Guys, the money's not guaranteed. So if you're in a position that is profitable for you, take it. All right? Because the skill, or should I say the secret to this game, is to expose yourself to as many profitable opportunities and realizing them. You can shout out and say, yo, man, I've got an awesome profitable trade. I'm in I'm 10 grand in a trade. Happy days. It's not a profit until it's closed. Until the trade is closed, it ain't shit. All right? You're being king for a day. That is it. You solidify the crown when the money is behind you, when it's safe and in your balance. Come to the chart with a fresh mind. You've just made yourself 10 racks. Go and enjoy yourself. Go and understand why you made that 10 grand. How can you elaborate on that entry again? Because let's be honest, guys. How many people focus more on their losses than their wins? Give me a 1. Type 1 if you focus more on your losses than your wins. How many people focus more on their losses than their wins? Focus on the losses than the wins. Okay, couple of 2s, okay. Premier Crypto, you know what it is, bro. You know exactly what it is. You focus on your losses than your wins. All right, then. Let me explain something to you so you guys can understand how to really manage your expectations whilst you're in a trade. All right? So, in order to see a successful trade, we have to understand one thing. Our entry is the most important thing. You will never get a perfect entry. Never. Why? Because there's no such thing as a perfect entry. There is always an element of drawdown. You will always have some exposure. Okay? The perfect entry doesn't exist, but a pretty accurate one does. All right? Now, when your accurate entry is solidified as a profitable trade, I do it. I don't pay attention much to my winning trades. I'll only pay attention to my losing trades because I don't want to do that again. So if we reverse it and do the yin and the yang, if I have a winning trade, why would I not pay attention to my winning trade? By that token, when you're looking for the same winning trade, you're going to avoid taking BS trades, which are designed to make you lose. So then you have more of a strict criteria. If your entry, for example, let's look at the chart right now. Let's say, for example, your entry on a short was on this green candle. Okay? You went short as the green candle finalized because you understood that if they didn't break above this zone right here, we may have an M formation. We've got a green vector candle down here. You're anticipating price to drop. If then price comes down in your favor and it recovers the green candle, you close your profit in this zone. Happy days. come back to the chart and understand what was happening in order for you to do this same trade again. So you will make sure that, oh, look, by the way, projection has been hit. I forgot. Look at that. Funny that is, isn't it? Go back onto last week's stream on Sunday. There's your projection zone. Actually, I'll do it now for you. Just so that we don't have any people, the naysayers. Okay, there you go. There's the image. The power of projection. Right there. 39,400. She tapped it and she come away. All right. This was done last Sunday. This was even done on the stream on Saturday. All right. Saturday stream we did this. Happy days, yeah? I've got you guys covered. I've got you guys covered. So, back to the conversation. The criteria for this winning entry was what? Well, we need to understand something. Price came out of the peak formation. Price is rising. You're seeing green vectors. So the first criteria is the notable volumes that are present. We understand at some point they will look to come back to those zones. That's the first thing you're going to be paying attention to. When you come to the highs, you can see price has deviated away from the moving average. That's the second criteria. You know at some point they're going to bring price back down to the 50. What's the third criteria? What is the market maker trying to do? Is he trying to trap the longs? And is his movement away from the highs aggressive? Big red vector candle. There's your fourth criteria. Okay? So then when you start this practice of what constitutes a winning trade, you're not going to fall for the BS that happens beforehand when you're sitting with a losing trade. A losing trade only happens because you haven't paid attention to what is a winning trade. So then the next time you see Bitcoin making a move to the upside, you're going to say to yourself, I want to see vector candles towards the highs. That tells me that they're starting to move or they're changing their intention. All right? And when you start that practice, you will then start to realize and be more disciplined and be very, very critical of your entry. I'll tell you what, guys. I would rather have 5 good trades in a month than execute 50 trades to make the same amount of money, but my win-loss ratio is all over the place. Do you understand that? I would rather have 5 decent trades. All right? Now, naturally, my strategy is scalping. That is where my expertise is. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but what I'm saying is I understand that aspect very well because that is where I learned how to read the market maker's intention. All right? It was on that basis that I understood it. Now, when I come up to higher time frames, I understand a different story. I get that the market maker has a different way of doing things at the higher time frames. It takes him longer to achieve certain zones. All right? But when you come to this game, you need to pick a time frame and you need to stick with it. Because if you become a jack of all trades and master of none, you're going to be coming to the stream saying, I still don't get it, Tino. I still don't get it. All right? Now, I know there's a lot of people that are new to this game. Do I like TradingView now? I use TradingView purely for convenience. All right? I use TradingView for convenience. Yeah, guys, my backup channel is the projections channel. So make your way over to that channel, subscribe to it so that just in case anything happens, okay, we are, we've got ourselves a place to have a conversation. And you didn't miss the stream, Monty. It's all good, man. This is just, we were going to be on the podcast, but Mike's channel got deleted. So he's working on getting that back up. So don't worry about it. Yeah, it's going to reschedule for another time. So, but I'm just here talking, man. I'm just going to sit here for a few minutes. You know what, Evo? I like what you've said, bro. Evo Tesseract. I like what you said. I like what you've said, man. We expected a rise in USD JPI, dollar yen. What happened? The market closed, bro. That's what happened. Market closed. I do have a well, PC Shed has been so kind to do a backup of all my videos. All right. But I'm actively in the process of buying myself a hard drive so I can get everything backed up. I'm going to do that this weekend and just back up everything. And you know what? Even if they do take down the channel, I will start again. I will start again and I'll come back with a vengeance. I will stream on every platform possible. I know there is a streaming software that allows me to stream on up to 30 platforms. And I will do that. I will be that guy that streams on Twitch, that streams on, you know, D Live. I will stream on every channel possible. All right. If anything happens with YouTube. Okay. Yes, Stunkmaster General. Listen, the fact that now MT4 are now going to be bringing, that have now brought Link, Dot, and XLM to their platform, that is huge news for us because now MT4 is going to be more competitive. So the spreads now are going to drop. That means now I can start scalping Bitcoin. And to be fair, I have been scalping Bitcoin on MT4. I've been testing it out since they've reduced the spreads. All right. So I said this was going to happen. IC Markets and all the guys with the MT4 platforms and the exchanges, they are seeing the money that Binance is doing. They see the money that Bybit is making and Femex. They want a piece of that cake because it was from their exchanges and their price feeds that Binance exists. Okay, they get their feeds all from the electronic central network, the feeds that the banks get. Now that banks are starting to adopt this cryptocurrency game, MT4 players, they want to get a piece of that cake. Okay. Stream, yeah, Twitch doesn't like you when you stream, yeah. Yeah, we are the pattern army hunters. Am I a former COD player? Look, I'm not a COD player, but I can play COD. How well I can play COD, that's down to you guys as the viewer. And I know you guys don't come and watch me on Twitch to play COD because of my skill set on COD. You come because you enjoy the rage that I go through when I'm actually trying to understand the physics of the game. I lose my mind with it. Oh God, I'm not going to get into it. Yeah, this is unbelievable. Herrick, amazes me BitBoy has over 1 million subs and he just lost millions. You have 37k subs and you're a threat. How am I a threat, man? Do you guys think I'm a threat? Who am I a threat to? Controller. I will always be a controller guy. Controller, man. Keyboard and mouse. I know guys say that it's a big thing, but you know what? Nah, forget that. Keyboard and mouse. I use a keyboard and mouse all bloody day. Controller, you know, you already have the authority there with the title of the device you're using, a controller. I control. That's the idea behind a controller. Yeah? Me using a keyboard and mouse while I'm playing Call of Duty, I'll probably open an email and send it at the same time. That's how bad my coordination would be on there. Yeah, little mini market maker. She was running the show today for the Patreons. Sorry about that, guys. Really sorry about that. Threat to Steve. No, but I can grow one like PC Shed. You gotta understand, BitBoy, he's a different channel, man. He's different. Like he has every right to be a big channel. I mean, he's been in YouTube for how long? You know what, 8-9 years is it? I think from back in the day. He's got every right to be in that position. I ain't gonna try and take anything from my guy. I mean, if he has me on his show, you know, I'll be so grateful for that. That'll be wonderful. But the same token, like, I'm not here to try and take anything from anyone. I'm only trying to give people information. I'm a messenger here. All right? So, yeah. This is it. I know some people are watching the channel. I know for a fact. Especially when some channels have no reference to market makers, have no reference to peak formations, rise, retrace. You know, rise, retrace is a Forex term. Okay? It's a term that a lot of Forex traders use. Rise, retrace, continuation. Okay? I ain't see, you know, I haven't actually spent the time to go and look other channels, exactly what they're saying. Don't get me wrong. I see thumbnails all over the place. But I know certain people are watching the channel. I know. And you know what? That's cool. I'm cool with that. For them to be watching my channel, if I'm not watching theirs, it means I'm missing something. That's how I see it. If I'm not watching theirs, there's something that I'm not needing anything. The only channel that I watch is Crypto. That guy's entertaining, man. Now, he's the guy that I would say, yo, I'm bringing over this guy for Christmas dinner. I'm bringing this guy over. You hold a party, you invite Crypto. You need a host, you bring my guy in. That's my stance on it, man. Just looking at your comments. Tino sounds like he's part of a UK hip-hop scene in the early mid-2000s. Nah, man. Although I do like Tupac all day. I'll listen to Tupac all day. I was listening to Tupac today. Do I actually sound like a rapper? My days. Yeah, this is it. I am a bit hyper at times as well. Don't get me wrong. You mean that in that way? I meant you're teaching what is important. My ability to read charts 10x since I've been watching you. The BitBoy comment was a comment. Now I know, Eric. Now I know. I know it wasn't an insult. I know that, bro. I know that. That's why I addressed it. I said, like, you know. That's what I'm saying. It's all good. Tim Westwood of trading, bro. Please don't say that. Tim Westwood of trading. Who remembers Tim Westwood, man? What a guy. The cheesiest guy. But I don't know why, but people just had flavor for him. You're tuning in to the Tim Westwood show. Yeah. What the fuck? Man, please, bruv. Come on. I'll tell you what, trading does make you street. I'll tell you that. Trading does make you think street. This game is ruthless, guys, man. It pushes you in different places, man. I'm telling you, it has been the roughest time for me to get to where I am. And the level of understanding. And I'm still learning. Okay? I'm still learning. For me, this game doesn't finish. Why? Because I continuously evolve. When I stop evolving, that is when I'm at the level of mastery where mastery is no destination. It's continuous. All right, let's look at the black belt. Black belt in jiu-jitsu. You think that becoming a black belt, you are a master at jiu-jitsu? No. Once you become a black belt in jiu-jitsu, there are 9 more dans that you can obtain. 1 to 6 is something that you can earn. And then 7, 8, and 9, you are honored with them. All right? Rob Black was the last, if I'm understanding this correctly, Robert Black was one of the last jiu-jitsu 9th dans in the UK. Okay? and you get honored that title. You have to have achieved something. You have to have taught so many people or come up with something. All right? When you become proficient in this strategy, that's when trading starts. Because if you've mastered the idea of how to make profit, now what we need to do is make that process repeat itself. Then you start getting into what trading is about. It's no different with black belt. Once you make the black belt, that's when black belt in the chosen martial arts begins. Then you start understanding different elements of black belt. All right? So from my white belt all the way to black belt, I learned various ways to defend myself. Once I started stepping up into the black belt criteria, because I've done jiu-jitsu for 18 years, I got my second dan and then I stopped. But from black belt, from the first dan to the second dan, you had to understand different things about it. You had to understand the biology of where to hit someone and make that move pretty much critical. So you can buy yourself time at the moment you attack them or retaliate. Yeah? You have to learn how to throw someone 25 different ways of throwing someone with one hand, one arm. Yeah, this is where the intricacies come. It's the same with trading. You've come to this channel, you understand the pattern. When you think it's just the pattern and you're just going to follow that? No. There's understanding what price does at the EMAs. There's understanding what happens when the ADR is there. There's understanding the candlesticks, the vectors, the rises, the retraces. When you start scalping into what trading is, then you'll understand that this game is not easy. Yeah? This game is not easy. All right? If you think it's easy for you to just come and watch this stream for 3-4 months, okay, and then come away from it and you think you can just follow the pattern, you're going to be coming back, bro. I'm telling you, you're going to be coming back. Because people become complacent. People think they've got it. You think the market maker's way of trading can be achieved or understood in simply 3 months, and you're just free to just go on and do whatever you want with it and say that you know it? Nah, man. Don't get me wrong. There are people that have come into the stream and in a matter of months have turned themselves into $1 million traders. Was that done by fluke? No. That was persistence, continuous absorption, commitment, and desire to understand it. Now, when someone applies a will to something, you can't stop them. And it all depends on how much will you have or passion. And we have to consider time that you have to understand this. And the moment it clicks, it clicks. But I'm just talking about the average person who comes into this game of trading. In the first instance, they only care about the money. When you care about how to behave as a trader and how to apply yourself as a trader, then you'll start understanding what trading is about. All right? Man, you said it. Trade jitsu. That's so funny. Awataz, this is true. There are people that have just literally gone and opened YouTube accounts, gone and started up their own thing based off the information in this stream. Okay? So it's easy. Just follow, mate. Let's see a W and trade off an M. All right, cool. Let's see how long that lasts. Because the easiest thing in this strategy is establishing the W's and the M's. People are saying, man, yeah, Tino, I wake up in the middle of the night and I can see M's and W's all over the place. If you can see M's and W's so easily, all right, this is where you'll get fooled. Because if you've been watching the streams long enough, you'll understand that M's and W's, sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't. All right, market makers know that we look at these M's and W's. They know. The true element to this game, in this trading, especially in this strategy, is understanding the psychology of when every single vector candle appears. Whenever you see a candle appearing at a high and it's climatic and it's rising and then it stops, you need to be saying to yourself, why? Not let me go long. Okay? You need to be preparing for shorts when price is rising, and you need to be preparing for longs when price is dropping. You tell that to the average trader, he's going to look at you and laugh and say, you're losing your mind, bro. That's exactly what it is. We'll start talking about the meta game of trading, man. I'm telling you that if you want to understand this game, you need to focus on the meta game. A lot of people seem to be asking this question: how do I spot? Christian, yeah, that's my book, man. The vector candles will print differently. They probably will, because I don't like to use TradingView as the basis of my analysis. It's purely for demonstration purposes. More so, it's because when IC Markets is closed, I go on to TradingView. Okay. Normally, I like to use MT4, which is where we're going to go right now. We're going to go over to MT4 and we're going to just tidy up the liquidity zones that we've got here. Let me explain to you the liquidity pools then. You guys want to know how I identify liquidity zones? I'm guessing you do. Okay then. Owen, really? See, the thing with vaping, guys, when I want to stop, I will stop. And I know you probably hear that off every smoker out there. Okay, but I've got that discipline. I feel like I can stop at a moment's notice. But I enjoy it. Can I really stop? Nah, man, I don't know, man. It's just gonna... All right, let me put it like this. I can go several hours without smoking it. That's what I can do. I can go for several hours without vaping, because I'm always regurgitating in my mind that I know I can go to it. The sheer fact that I have the choice to go to it, but I'm choosing not to, is effectively how I'll be able to stop. So I'll just long that process out. Yeah, I used to smoke my God, I used to smoke cigarettes, boy. Whew. I used to smoke tons of cigarettes, man. I used to go to Switzerland on a Friday night, catch the earliest flight, go out there, sit in their customs for about 3-4 hours, buy up about £300 worth of cigarettes, bring it back to the UK. The equivalent would have been about £2,000 in the UK. And then I'll just sit at home and just smoke. Learn to trade and smoke. I'll never forget one time. I placed a trade, I made a lot of money, and I ended up smoking a full pack of Benson Hedges Gold. Man, I used to be cruel to my throat. And then I went over to Silk Cut. And then I went and started onto the vapes. Here's a little story for you guys. So a couple of years ago, I had a real bad hay fever attack. I just couldn't stop sneezing, and I hated sneezing. So I kept trying to hold my sneeze in. And I went on this sneezing fit, but I kept holding the sneeze. So sneezed once, held it. Twice, held it. The third time, I held it. The fourth time that I have had the urge to sneeze, right? I allowed myself to sneeze, and I felt this pop. Right? Now, I thought it was my ear popping. Didn't think anything of it. But then as I turned, I felt this sharp pain in my ribs, man. And I was like, what on earth has just happened? And then to the point where I actually collapsed to the ground and I couldn't move. Anyway, we had the ambulance come out to me because I couldn't move and I couldn't breathe properly, man. Put me on the stretcher, and then I was like rolled into this ambulance, take me to hospital. Right, they were trying to work out what's going on. I was saying to them, look, man, I was sneezing. Like, I don't know what's going on. Quickly ran me for an x-ray. I snapped a rib. My one of my true ribs, because you got true ribs, false, and the floating. Okay? I snapped a true rib. It's one of the hardest ribs to crack, man. And the doctor said to me, like, you know, what happened? Have you been in a fight or anything? I said, no, I was sneezing. And he goes, let me guess, were you holding your sneezes? I was like, yeah. And he goes, never hold a sneeze in. You want to sneeze, you sneeze. Because when you're holding it in, you're building up pressure and pressure. I said, I had a sneezing fit, man. And I was holding like 3 sneezes, and the final sneeze, that's when I let everything out. And then I felt that pop. I cracked my ribs sneezing, guys. So here's a takeaway for you. If you're going to sneeze, sneeze. Don't hold it in. Right? But the reason I'm telling you this story is because he done an x-ray on my lungs. And he said to me, do you smoke? And I said, no, I vape. And he checked my lung capacity at the same time. And he goes, my lungs are fantastic. That's not me endorsing vaping. But he says, you know, your breathing is brilliant. Your lung capacity is huge. Now that's me vaping. As a smoker, you wouldn't get that lung capacity, man. Right? If I go for a run, do I feel out of breath? No. That's my story. Is that what they call a bull flag on the 4 hour? Nah, this is the hour time frame. This is the hour time frame. Fake rib, fast rib. Oh God. Did you have smoke one out of you? Nah, man. Let me have a look at your comments. I buy leaves of tobacco from Germany as a decorative item. Okay. I was told if you hold a sneeze, you turn stupid. Well, it's like if you keep pulling that face, the wind will change it and it will stay that way. Stupid thing. Would I... Who's Crypto Wendio? Who's that? Yeah, guys, listen. Can you imagine tobacco companies, right? They're making billions, okay? And then all of a sudden, vaping comes along and completely puts a dent into the system. Come on. You think they're going to be endorsing vaping? No, which is why a lot of tobacco companies are buying up all the vaping companies. All right? Let's look at the pharmaceutical companies. I'm not even going to go into that conversation. Okay? But you understand what I'm talking about. YouTuber. Okay, let me have a look. Where is Wendy? Crypto Wendy. Let's have a look. Hold on a second. Let me switch up the screen. Let's make it more interactive this evening, guys. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look at YouTube. Where's she at? So, Wendy. Oh, crypto, yeah? Who's this lady? Crypto Wendio. Crypto Wendio. Okay. The O Show. Dogecoin. Okay. What's she like? She has a big mouth. What? She's a holder. Okay. Yeah, you guys like her? Is she all good? We'll try and get her on the podcast. We'll try and reach out to her. Talks about alts, different coins to invest in. My favorite female YouTuber. Tap that all day. She's smart, fair play to her, man. I don't really search many YouTubers and what have you. How to stake on crypto in 1 minute. Decentralized version. See, she's got a lot of videos on TikTok that are really important to people in crypto, man. So like the difference between that there's huge. Decentralized versus centralized. How to stake crypto in under a minute. That's cool. VPN basics. That's cool. How to ladder buys. Fair play. Wicked. Might give her a little bit of a shout. See what she's saying. She might bite my head off, but variety is the spice of life, I guess. Yo, podcast Chat with Traders is ill. That is a brilliant podcast. Okay, Chat with Traders is fire. Okay, Aaron is awesome. I've sat and listened to best part. I mean, I haven't listened to, in the last, 6 months, haven't listened to much of Chat with Traders, but I've listened to pretty much every single one of his podcasts. Every single one. Yeah. Rahinuddin, thanks, man. Expert crypto. Ah, lovely. Mad respect to him. What is your take on microdosing while trading? I got dibs to her heart, though. Okay. MC Tino on the mic. Nah, man. But different. He'd like to help people to choose, right? You would have a nice conversation. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a conversation with C130. You know, I joined his Discord. She schools BitBoy. Ooh. Yeah? But that's the case, man. You know, when you got mainstream crypto channels will always be mainstream. Right? That's how it is. Okay, then. Would I ever become an audible voice for books? Just to let you guys know, tonight's stream seems like it's a little bit off topic. Okay, so fire away any questions. I'm just going to sit here and just pay attention to what you guys are saying. When am I going to play COD? You want to have a laugh? Pancho, how you doing, my brother? Yo, show some love to Pancho, guys. Pancho's been in this channel for a long time. Okay, and he's killing it as well. Show some love to Pancho, guys. He's my guy from Mexico. Anybody remember what's it called? Let's Get Ready to Rumble, the boxing game on Dreamcast. From Monterrey, Mexico. Weighing in at 200 pounds. Where's Mike? He needs to do that, man. Ryan, sorry, what was your question, bro? How to determine liquidity pools. Right, okay. BitBoy knows very basic technical analysis. Yeah, that's fine. How was the process of change in your life? That's a nice question, actually. How was the process of change in your life thanks to success? How did it change? Harley. Downtime. I'll always take a Harley. For me, when I got to the point of frustration, you know, I got really frustrated with the way I was trading. Complete frustration. I was losing too much. You know? Before I answer any more questions, I've got to say hello to Sebastian. I've got to say hello to Sebastian. So, yo, Sebastian, what's good? I would love to interview a market maker. Yeah, BitBoy's, yeah, he's more of a host now. He hosts. Yeah, if you're hearing something about cryptocurrency, you're going to go to BitBoy Crypto. If you want technical analysis, it's a different channel. When will you start the next channel on strategies to handle mini market makers? When will I start the next channel on to handle mini market makers, Infinex? I'm going to do a Patreon update one day where my daughter sits with me through that Patreon, through that update. And you will witness the chaos that comes. So I've got my stream deck right next to me, and she calls it her work. She likes to call it her work. So she's going to be pressing all the buttons. So I'm just going to just talk about price, and I'm going to be discussing things, and we'll see what you guys can get from that. All right. Okay, all right. Loads of questions are coming at me. Hold on a second. Right. Have I looked into bots either to constantly do micro scalps or to build positions? Do you know something? I have looked into bots. I did look into it. Problem is, I didn't like when you understand what's going on behind price. When you're trading with bots, okay, it's like losing control. It's like literally putting a car into autopilot. You will always have that concept of, you know, no control. All right. How do you factor variables? How does a robot, or should I say something that is programmed with set variables, okay, where it can't factor in uncertainty? Paul Torpedo, how you doing, bro? Ah, wicked, man. That's all good, man. You do your thing, man. You do your thing, bro. I'm glad you came through, man. So yeah, I'm not really that thing. So I've involved myself with the scalping strategy, and I'm learning PC shares position strategy. 2 pips of advice from you on. So hold on. So I've evolved myself with my strategy, and I'm learning PC shares position building strategy. 2 pips of advice from you being a scalper yourself. So in light of PC Shed's building, position building. Okay. Right, listen. PC Shed's position building strategy. Okay. You need to be paying attention to the charts. Like, you have to be focused. All right. Because this is where it works. Principally, let's start with a short. All right. Let's say, for example, let's take this area here. Let's assume that you've gone short right in this zone. So here's your short entry. All right. You've made your short. You're seeing money. Okay. Profit. Nice. Profit. Okay, cool. What you need to be aware of is the retraces. All right. No, this is the hedging mode. Yeah, well, okay. Just listen to what I'm going to say. So when you go short here, you're using the profit that you make from the short, okay, to either add to the short or to open a long. Now, opening a long, you need to wait for a retrace. So if we were to open a long here, when you feel that price is getting ready to turn, or you open along from here, you use the profit from the short. So if you close 50% of the profit, you use that profit to open and facilitate your long, ride your long to a point where you believe it's going to retrace back from. And then you got 1 or 2 options. You can either add to the short from here, close your long. So you either close your long and use the profit from the short and the long to add another short. Okay. Price drops again. Take a little bit more profit from the short. Use that profit to add to a long, anticipating another retrace back to the 50. Then the profit that you get from that long, you use that profit to effectively open another short, and you keep riding price all the way down. But that's only on the principle of you actually sitting through a trade going in your favor. Okay? That's the $1 million question, my friend. How do you understand the top from the bottom? Well, this is where the candlesticks come into play and the pattern. When we see these notable volumes coming in at the highs, okay, why does price not continue further? Well, we need to look back in the chart. We need to ask ourselves, where are we coming from when we see these highs? We've been rising non-stop. You can see a pattern formation play there. How long did it last? Not very long. Look, rise, retrace, continuation up. It came out, broke out, but then it came back down again. Yeah? Oh, XRP, man. Man, I love my XRP. Yeah, I've got a parrot. No worries, Fiber. Sorry, I may have got that wrong. That was the hedge strategy. Forgive me. That was the hedge strategy. The position building strategy is really catching retraces, and you are catching effectively the turn of the move. So if you're going to be building a position, let's say you're building shorts, okay? For every short that you build, okay, basically the building positions, okay, is you're effectively anticipating that every time price hits the 50, it bounces away from it. All right? I've just done something to my... What is going on with this screen, man? My computer's starting to slow down. Yeah, it was the hedge strategy. Forgive me. All right, guys, something's going on. I think my computer is starting to work out. I've had my computer on all day. I think I needed to clear my cache. All right, listen. I'm going to let you guys roll, okay? Let me just bring up MT4 and finalize a couple of more levels with you, okay? So, first things first, we need to understand something, okay? If Bitcoin holds in this area, the only reason why I believe it may is because of this vector candle down here, all right? Now, earlier on today, I shared this image. All right. Let me just show you this image. Just get it up right now. Okay, so this is the image I shared earlier on today. Let me just bring that up for you. Here we go. So this is the image that I shared earlier on to the Patreons. All right. I'm anticipating that W, okay, was going to play out. Now, if we look at MT4 right now, this is where we are. So MT4 is now officially open. All right. So we've seen many times where price has come from an M formation and then gone straight into a W formation. Now, the only reason why I say to you to go back and watch the previous streams is not because I want you to just sit through all the 4 hours worth of streams. It's because you are visualizing the behavior of the market maker in real time, and you can go back to the chart and see how it plays out. That's what's important. The more you train your eyes to see that, you will then be evolving as someone who understands the strategy. That's how you evolve. All right, because if you can't see it in hindsight, as Steve Murray says it, if you can't see it in hindsight, you ain't going to see it in foresight. The projections, the idea behind them is to help you practice foresight. All right? That's what it is. Yeah, building trades take a long time, guys. When you build trades, you are in the trade for a little while. All right. Right now, Bitcoin is looking like she's favoring higher prices, but she needs to break the 50. That's what I want to see. Looking down at the 15-minute time frame, what are we seeing? Can we see notable volume? Of course we can. Look at that. This candle right here stinks of market makers. Stinks. Yeah? Okay. So look. You can see that we've got... This is how you establish, all right, liquidity pools. All right, this is how you establish liquidity pools. All right, listen. First things first, Kieran, with Elon Musk, there is a lot of speculation that he's trying to tank it so they can get it down cheaper. All right? Well, whatever they do decide to do, Bitcoin is still stuck in an 8K range. Right? She hasn't gone anywhere for nearly 2 weeks. All right? 2 weeks, she hasn't gone anywhere. Now, what's important is this. Our goal, guys, all right? Please understand. We are short-term day traders. If you want to be building positions, that's a different story. All right? As short-term day traders, we have a 2-hour rule. If your trade hasn't realized a profit within 2 hours, close your trade. And that's on the principle of trading the London session and the London-New York session at the same time. All right? When I say London-New York, I mean the crossover. The crossover is the highest liquidity. Okay? Here's something for you guys. All right? Let me bring it up for you right now just to help you guys understand what I'm talking about. All right, hold on. Two seconds. So, if you go over to, let me get it up for you right now. There's a website called Forex Factory. Has anyone ever heard of Forex Factory? Infinite. Anybody knows Forex Factory? Anybody know it? Type 1 if you know it. Oh, dude, you've had to start all over again. Mike, let me add you up. Hold on a second. Oh, God, my computer is running so slow. Add moderator right there. Okay. Cool. All right, then. Here we go. Forex Factory is brilliant for Forex. All right. When you get onto this website, if you want to understand market times, yeah, this is where Trader at Home was originally. But they kicked him off it. They kicked Trader at Home off this platform. So frustrating because they kept on blocking his posts. All right. But they kicked him off it. Go to market. Scroll all the way down and you get this session thing here. All right. You can set Forex Factory to operate in your time zone. Okay. The London New York crossover is right here, where you can see this element here. This is where you will see the liquidity. All right. Huge amounts of liquidity at this crossover session. Notice the Tokyo session rolls over into the London session. So come around 8 a.m. time. Right, that's when London kicks off and Tokyo closes. You got the dead gap time. All right. So that's where it is. So use that to work out your times and when the market opens as such. All right. Okay. On that token, guys, I am going to love you and leave you. Okay. Tomorrow, I've got the guys in the stream for the morning session. All right. So that's YouTube members and patrons. So keep an eye out on your notifications, guys, because I'm going to be rolling that out to you. All right. Use the weekend to go through everything, guys. All right. Use the weekend to just learn. Okay. Make sure you go and follow up Mike again. Go and subscribe back to Mike's podcast, the Mike Dutch podcast. Go and get that up. So does that mean you've lost the channel, Mike? So you got to start from square one again? That's shocking if you do. Tomorrow, it's going to be roughly around... I'm going to say 11:30, 12 o'clock. Because I know people in the States, they're going to be waking up early for it. And I just want to try and alleviate that pressure for them. Because it's Friday night, man. You don't really want to be waking up too early. Okay? But, it's 12 o'clock right now. All right, listen. We're going to get on Twitch. I'm going to chill on Twitch for a little bit. Okay? Give you guys a little bit of entertainment on Call of Duty. And we'll have a conversation with Mike Dutch as well. Okay? We'll head over to Twitch. If you want to know where Twitch is, everything is in the links in the description, guys. But go and enjoy your weekends. Patrons, I'm going to leave you alone. I ain't going to update anything. Actually, that's a lie. I'm probably going to update something over the weekend. But I'm going to be doing the Q&A questions. I'm going to be responding to the questions in a video. So that's what's coming to you guys tomorrow. All right, so be prepared for that. And other than that, guys, just thank you so much. Mad love to all of you. Enough respect to everyone that's subscribing to the channel. Honestly, it's overwhelming. And I'll say it every night, guys. You hear me saying it all the time. All right? Okay. So his channel only temporary. Okay, cool. Search Mike Dutch on Twitch. Yeah, go reach out Mike Dutch on Twitch. Have a nice rage. Yeah, we'll go and have a conversation, guys. We'll go and have a conversation. Is he still alive? Oh, of course he's alive, man. Of course he's alive. Of course he's alive. Okay, then, guys. Head over to Twitch, guys. Give me about 10 minutes and we'll sit on a little bit of Call of Duty and just have a conversation about what's just happened to Mike. All right? If you can't make it to the channel, to the Twitch, don't worry about it. Mad love to you anyways. Okay? Okay. See you later, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.